What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the H-Town Rundown. This is your boy AD. And I got my co-host in the building, Jules St. John. We got Mike G in the building. Of course, we got C Roll in the building. We got special guests tonight, Auntie Black Swan. And then here we go, Larry Doc Payton in the building. What up? How's everybody doing?
Good evening, fellas.
Doing good.
What's happening, y'all?
Good day.
Man, it's a hell of a day. The Houston Texans are at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. D'Amico Ryans and Nick Caserio, gave they talks D'Amico yesterday and Nick Caserio earlier today, talking about the prospects and everything like that. But on today's episode, we are going to talk about the defensive prospects that are available in free agency. And as y'all know, it's a whole slew of everybody we were salivating over, got franchise tagged or gonna sign contracts. So now we got to go back to the drawing board and see what we can do to figure out in free agency how we can get some defensive players to build up this defense for D'Amico.
Hey, and we got Larry, the GM here, huh?
Yeah, Larry Doc Payton.
Baby. What's going on, Larry?
Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for inviting me.
For sure,
Yeah,
man.
for sure. Hey,
Y'all can see that I'm not a little J.
That's
Shout
not Jay
out
Prince,
Jay.
man. I thought that was Jay Prince the whole time. Ain't no
Shout
wrong.
out.
We got our own version of Jay Prince. Yeah.
Hey,
That's
shout
good
out
luck.
Dre Day. Shout out Dre Day and DJ Wild in the chat. Appreciate y'all for coming through. But now let's talk about the combine, man. What are y'all thoughts? D'Amico Ryan said a lot. He said a lot and not a lot in his statement. His interviews he had with the media on yesterday. He touched on the running back position. He touched on the Jonathan Grenard situation. So he gave a lot of spiel and didn't say nothing. I mean, he took the Nick Caserio class.
I did like the fact that he said how they surrounded CJ with the tools and the coaching to be successful. And one thing is that when you always have a young quarterback, you don't want to have too much turnover in the coaching because you want him to learn and get familiar with the people around him. And when you see young quarterbacks who fail, not because of talent, but lack of stability in their system. And it was refreshing to see a coach with the same mindset that we always talk about. If you have a young quarterback, you try to keep that same offense system for at least 2 or 3 years until he perfect the system his own and he is comfortable with the offense and the team. And it's real refreshing for that from my point of view.
Mike, what you was about to say?
Oh, I was about to say we needed to hear Jules take it because obviously he brought up Singletary and Grenard. So, that's his bread and butter right there.
Well, if you're going to put me on the spot, I told AD off air, I'm the biggest Devin Singletary fan. If Singletary is your main back after free agency, I think it's a big, huge mistake. Especially with all the defensive stars being tagged or being re-signed and not able to get those D tackles that you really want, you're freeing money up for your running backs and receivers, stuff like that. Now Gennard, I didn't hear the whole thing about Gennard, but I did hear they're gonna cap him out. If they cap him at $9 million, I'm gonna win.
Hey, hold on. So y'all heard it here on the H-Town Rundown. Jules said he does not want Devin Singletary back on the Houston Texans roster.
No, I didn't say I want him back. What I said
that's what was said.
He cannot be your main running back going into
that's what was said. That's what the record will show.
I know, but you say he could get 1,200 yards. So why can't be the main back?
I did, but also I don't want to have to be right. I just want to win. And if you give me a choice between the four running backs out there right now, give me Barkley.
What's that mean with a baby run in the room and then stop and turn around? I thought you was a Singletary fan, man. I thought that was your boy, bro.
Let the record reflect.
Jules not ride or die.
Every season,
good like Bill and King Flock.
Black Bill 89.
Every
Hey, shout
season
out.
is a different season, as D'Amico said.
Oh, no, let me thing.
Now you Bill O'Brien.
Hey,
Huh?
here you go. Breaking news. Jules is done with
Y'all
Devin Singletary.
never
Hold
say
up.
I'm a Devin Singletary
Even
fan.
Larry Stafford say Jules has turned on Singletary.
I have not. I'm just saying, if
Nah,
with the money
1,200,
being dragged up
1,200
in defensive players,
nah.
you can go ahead and draft sign a
He
Barkley.
You gotta
said,
stay.
hold up, ain't no way that dude
Jules,
said
you
he
gotta
would
stay
get
10
1,200
toes down.
yards.
Stand 10 toes down. That's your dog.
That's
Hold on,
hey,
Swan.
like the
Swan,
coach said.
Larry,
Every
go ahead.
season is different.
Hold on.
Larry,
Every
go
season
ahead and
different.
inject some intelligence into the
Hold up,
conversation,
King Flock
Larry.
could say, "Hold up, ain't no way that dude that said he was gonna get 1,200 yards don't want Wade him
Don't
drug
want him.
test him."
Ooh.
That's fine.
No,
Come
I
on,
love
Jules.
it, Jules. I love it. He's being pragmatic. He said as much as he likes Devin Singletary, he is not the answer as the lead running back.
That ain't what I heard.
So we all have our favorites, and for him to sacrifice one of his favorites for the sake of the team, I love it.
Thank you,
That's pretty
sir.
good.
Somebody got some
Mind
goddamn
you,
common sense in this yo.
That's pretty
mind
good.
you,
Just
Jules
Okay, you
is up
got
there
one
beating his
person. Everybody
chest.
else ain't hear that.
So just go on and have him to wash and press that jersey 26 to give to Saquon.
To
Right.
give it to Saquon. Pull that
There you
stick
go.
off the back, man. Turn it into Barkley, bro.
Hey,
But
all
that makes
I
a
will
lot of sense.
I will say this: Devin Singletary name was brought up twice by D'Amico Ryans and Nick Casario unsolicited.
Right.
Unsolicited. They brought up his name when they asked him about when they were both asked about the running back position. They both brought up Devin Singletary unsolicited.
Right. In highly positive manners. He talked good about him. And the funny thing was, well, let me leave that alone.
Get my name right, first of all, homeboy. It's not the power jewels, okay?
I for a second, I think that what you know.
Yeah.
That's an electric shock and power electrons, okay?
You know, that's your surge protector.
Right.
Hey.
The surge protector.
No, they tell you like 3,100, 2,600.
How many jewels? Yeah, I mean, look, you know what? I'm done.
All right, man.
But Chris was saying I was on to something. I want Chris to finish his thought.
Well, you was on to something. And I was kind of jumping.
Hold on, Chris. You said he was on to something or on something?
He was on something. PCP, meth, I don't know what choices.
Hold on.
In all seriousness,
him them shrooms.
In all seriousness, Jules, he will say what he feels, and if he finds new evidence, he don't mind changing his mind. And so I can't be upset with that because Jules have always. Y'all don't know how hard Jules was on Julian Davenport for about 2 years. He swore up and down that was the next, big left tackle, starting left tackle. And then he traded. He did. Yeah, give him credit. He traded him in, but then he jumped on the Martinez Rankins which was even worse. That train ran his ass over, and he was holding on to the train from the back. And I said, Jules, let it go, Jules. And Jules was like, no, I can't let it go. And then here comes what was his name? Chris Lamb.
No, I never liked Lamb. It was
Charlie Heck.
It was Charlie Heck.
Oh, it was Charlie Heck. And Charlie Heck became his boy. I think Charlie Heck became his boy because he found out that Charlie Heck's dad was the coach in Kansas City. And so I think he thought some good stuff could rub off on him.
Yeah, at least be technical. I don't understand why his technique is horrible.
Well, the good thing is you're willing to let go once you finally get ran over.
What do you mean you don't know why his technique is bad? Just because your dad is good at something don't mean the son is. We just seen that with athletes. Just because your dad was this don't mean that's what you are.
No, but most times when your father's a coach or your parents a coach, one thing you might not have talent, but you should at least have technique.
Maybe overcompensate. But anyway,
he's gonna be a heck of a assistant online coach.
He is a unrestricted free agent, so we ain't got to worry about that.
We're going down the rabbit hole we don't need to go down. I didn't expect a Charlie Heck conversation.
All right, let's get to Jonathan Grenard then. Because
yeah, they talked about Jonathan Grenard, and I think it was a comment earlier. Dre Day said it was a bunch of "we will see." Which is exactly what that Grenard question got handled as. We will see. And I heard Aaron Wilson today. Him and what's that guy's name? They have a little podcast together.
Osman.
Yeah, Jake Assman. Is it Assman? Osman?
He's Assman.
Yeah, him, Jake, and Aaron Wilson were talking about it, and Aaron Wilson went into depth of what his article, what he was talking about when they were trying to find common ground. When it came to Jonathan Grenard, they were talking about the Texans. Probably, if Jonathan Grenard went on the open market and he commanded $20+ million, the Texans wouldn't have no ties with that.
Yeah, they should.
And he said, if he was, commanding, between $16 to $18 million, then they would probably go into entertaining that conversation. But they're operating with a sense of like the Texans want him back. The Texans want him back. Grenard wants to be back, but the money doesn't align. So if the money doesn't align, Grenard probably more than likely will be gone.
Does Grenard have an agent, and who is it?
His mama.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you go back no more.
I'm just joking. That ain't his mama, but he do got an agent.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out who, if he has one, because sometimes they represent themselves.
Well, you can easily find out. I give you a second. Research it.
Yeah. I'll look it up.
Yeah, because he could be looking to be overpriced himself.
His agent is Drew Rosenhaus.
Yeah, we ain't gonna see. Yeah,
Hit
he gone.
He
gone. Drew maximizes. He get his money. So nope.
He gonna sell him some dreams, man.
Hey, ghetto dreams.
Yeah.
Drew tends to get you the money. Somebody will bite on it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Look, about to play that Deion song.
In
Must be the money.
Jacksonville.
Trust me. In our division, we like to sign our they like to sign our players. So
you think they switch Grenard for Allen?
No.
I'm not saying that it's gonna happen, but it could. He is a cheaper version of Josh Allen.
Okay, his salary is, but not the talent.
Agreed.
No, they're not. No.
It ain't that big a gap.
It's big of a difference.
It is a big gap.
It's a big gap.
It's a big gap.
And that dude plays. I mean, no. You don't see Josh Allen get washed out.
You forget Gennard even playing sometimes.
Honestly. Josh Allen from the Jags.
He come up missing sometimes.
Yeah. The last 2 years he's played much better, but his first couple of years he was a non-factor.
Yeah, he was. It was a lot of times that you would notice him in the first quarter, and then you just wouldn't hear from him the rest of the game.
What games?
I mean,
a lot of the games.
The last
I watched it. I watched all their games.
The last
this
2 years, he been a
monster.
monster.
I'm talking the years before this year.
Okay,
this year
right. I'm saying this, but his last 2 years he has played, whereas Grenard has not put up the same type of numbers in the play.
Hey, Spody not in here, okay? You don't have to.
Hey, do with that. No, I'm talking about the fact is this ain't gonna do with that. I'm
you gotta
paying somebody.
You gotta pull up the Jags for Spody not in here.
I'm just saying they're not the same thing.
How much? Dre said, "How much is Allen asking for?" Well, according to Spot Track, his market value is right at $24 million.
He would be the highest paid edge rusher in this free agency draft.
Who, Josh Allen?
Yeah. That's not saying much though. But I'm just saying.
But they go tag. I mean, I thought they tagged it, but I know
they probably will.
No. Their ownership, or I mean, what's the dude name? The GM, not the ownership.
Balky.
Yeah, he already indicated that was there for them to use, but they are trying to work out something. So
because they missed on Walker. They can't let
I don't want to say they missed on Walker.
They'll tell you they didn't miss on him.
Because he had a double-digit sack year this year.
You might have already answered it. So, do you see Josh Allen as an equal to Grenard or an upgrade to Grenard?
Oh, it'd be an automatic upgrade.
What about Burns?
Automatic upgrade.
He already got tagged.
Pause on Burns. Burns is reportedly.
No, but he's saying it's for going to be tagged.
He got tagged.
Going to be franchise tag. Reportedly.
Yeah, but he's a tag and a trade. He's not a tag to keep.
So what about Chase Young?
Who's gonna trade 2 first-round picks for him?
Well, the Rams, right?
Get 2 first-round picks. You may just only get 1 now.
Yeah, I'm
but
not
saying
that from a couple years ago.
Right.
I think we need to talk to Larry on this here for the GM's position. I don't think that we need to be trading for anybody this offseason.
None.
I think we keep our draft picks and we use our money.
Correct.
I think that's going to be hard to do because Serio has made some type of trade each of his years. Even his first trade going back to Shaq Lawson. He's going to do something. I don't know if it'll be a big time, which fan base like myself, we want to see a big splash and spend some of that cap money on a big player. But I don't think he'll be able to resist making a trade.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a low level, but I don't think it'll be like the previous years because you don't have the same capital that you had previously.
It's not the first round, second round picks that we're going to be getting rid of.
Yeah, but usually had multiple fifths or a fifth and a sixth. We don't have a fifth or a sixth right now. Right. We only have 2 fourths, a third, a first, and a second. So I don't know what you're going to be giving out because those are premium picks. Now, you may trade one of those 4s either to move up or to move down to get back in the 5th and 6th rounds to accumulate more, but I don't see him using it to trade for a player like we did. I mean, you might do a 7th, something like that, like we did. What was it with Shaq Mason? What was a 6th?
A 5th.
I think it was
It was a 6th. I said because the 5th went to Josh Jones.
No.
Do you have the draft picks written down? Because I believe they still have 8 picks this year.
Yes, we have 8. We have
3 7s.
2 4s. I thought we only had 2 7s.
Yeah, we have a first. We have 23. I'm sorry. We have 23. We have 59. We have 86. We have 124, 128, 213, 222, and 245. I know it's like that. No, it's 245 and 223 or 224 and another 200 number. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Yeah. Those numbers will change anyway once they do the comp picks.
We're not getting comp picks. They're already done. If you go on Spotify, they there. We don't get any.
So let me.
No, I'm saying they already been signed. I'm saying this. If you go to SpotTrack, you'll see the comp picks already been. At least PFF is already.
Have they given out the comp picks?
Yes.
Hey, I want to.
Oh, they've already given out to the team.
Y'all want to see me piss some people off?
Another way.
Oh, you know it's time for me to go. I can't do this shit.
We're gonna get back. We're gonna get back on the.
No. And honestly, let's talk about the combine for a second. The players that the Texans met with. They met with mostly defensive. Huh?
AD, before you go to that, can I stay on topic for 1 second? One more question.
I got one more too.
I wanted to stay on topic before we jump straight to that. And I was going to go to you, Jules, because I know how you kind of was disgruntled with Grenard, right?
Correct.
So my question to you is, if we don't sign Grenard back, me personally, I think that leaves a pretty big hole at defensive end. Whether we want to admit it or not, he put on a nice performance this year. He produced for us this year. So my question to you, because I know how you was disgruntled with him, what other defensive end in this draft class? Hold on, brother. Which other defensive end in this draft class will be able to produce at that level?
Well, I don't need him. I can. And this is gonna sound crazy. I just need somebody to produce and be a focal point on defense. Chop Robinson will be a great addition. Will he get the 12 sacks? Maybe not, but can he be just as productive? Is what you're asking for. And if you get a D tackle to replace that 12 sacks, if your D tackles get you 6-7 more sacks, that's where your sack numbers come from. What you want to do is have your whole D line upgraded, and can Gennard be the piece that put you over to have your defensive line great. To me, it's not. To me, he was always a between a linebacker and the defensive end. He wasn't a true D end for me. So that's why I've never really got excited about Gennard. And then the fact that he can't finish the season without being taking 4 or 5 days or 4 or 5 games off because he's injured and paying on top dollar, that's my whole problem with Gennard. Gennard is a nice quality player. But when it comes to free agency money, I can't pay him more than what he is. He is an average player trying to get paid like a superstar, and I in my opinion, I can't do it.
So, speaking on Chop Robinson, Houston Texans did meet with Chop Robinson today at the combine.
Great leeway.
Along with Darius Robinson.
Yeah,
yep.
I'd rather him on Chop.
And as well as they met with, let me get it right.
Byron Murphy the second?
Huh?
Byron Murphy the second.
They met with Byron Murphy. Well, no. I don't know if it's confirmed that they met with him.
No, he did it at his presser. I watched it.
Okay, so they met with him. So it was Sweat. It was Sweat that they haven't met with yet.
Hey, before
they've also met with Johnny Newton and linebacker Ced Gray from North Carolina, who's a kind of a sleeper pick that people are starting to come around and talk about. And Peyton Wilson linebacker from NC State, as well as linebacker Tommy Eichenberg from Ohio State. So they've met with the defensive players, defensive line and linebacker. Really didn't see many secondary players that they met with. Well, the secondary hasn't come in yet. But that's just a short list of players that they met. And it just so happens that, name we were talking about and position we were talking about, they kind of addressed that as far as meeting with those players. And, all those players we just named, except for the linebackers, could potentially be picked at 23, whether it be Darius Robinson or Chop Robinson or, Newton or Murphy. Any one of those 4 guys could be picked at 23.
So I gotta let Patrick Quinn go. Is your time to tell me? As a free agent target?
Absolutely.
I don't know why I can't get Patrick Quinn.
You should have been
because we're not paying that kind of money for him either.
Hey, you should have been like Elsa on Frozen and let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
I mean, $17 million ain't much.
For him, yes, it is.
Jules, you want to pay Patrick Queen $17 million, but want to pay Jonathan Grenard $9 million?
I sure do.
Okay, Patrick Queen didn't become Patrick Queen until Roquan.
Flip it.
The views.
The
views by one host does not represent the entire panel.
Nico Collins was Nico Collins by CJ Stroud. So what's your point?
So, but we ain't got no goddamn Roquan Smith over here.
Thank you.
You got Christian Harris.
Shit. My bad.
Can he take that leap? Can he take a leap this year? Absolutely.
I like Quinn. I like
Queen. Yeah. I've seen Queen without Roquan. And hold up, this is how you know how they really felt, because they drafted Trent Simpson as his replacement.
Well, if that knowledge, Nick signed Robert Woods and Neil Bryan because they didn't know what Nico Collins was gonna be.
No, it wasn't. He said we need additional wide receivers.
No, because Nico Collins couldn't. They didn't know we gonna play.
They did not sign no Woods and Noah Brown because no damn Nico.
No one knew Nico was gonna do what Nico did.
You sure did? No, they did not sign that dude. Them dudes to replace him.
You can do that what you want to.
No,
they blind 2 veterans for a reason. And drafted.
What else is there? No, hold up. Nico ain't going nowhere. Nico ain't
because
going
they ain't
nowhere.
know what Nico gonna do.
No, you didn't know if he's gonna stay healthy, but they had an idea what they thought he could be. But here's my thing is, where's Woods at right now? Probably on the bubble getting cut. We know Noah Brown ain't coming back. So guess what? You still need to replace those 2 positions. Whereas the Ravens drafted Queen's replacement previously because they got tired of it.
They drafted 2 receivers and signed 2 receivers last year.
Hey, I don't know where we get on this. How we get on these tangents?
Because somebody told him no, because he decided
we're trying to figure out if we're gonna replace Grenard.
Queen, no, it's the Queen thing,
What you got, Larry?
Swan is correct. Baltimore has a great draft strategy and overall roster management. They knew Queen was coming up for a new contract, so they drafted his replacement, as she said. So now they have options.
That's right. And it's called precaution before cure.
Correct.
It's called being proactive instead of retroactive. And it's something that we should practice this year.
That's why we should draft.
And the way you do it,
instead of letting Grenard step in Grenard.
The way you do it is doubling up.
You should pay Grenard so you don't have to draft.
They drafted Will Anderson,
right?
Yeah, they did. You're right, Larry.
They drafted Neil.
So they can let Grenard go.
William Anderson Jr.
They can let Grenard go. They can let him walk. And it's $22 million.
So
and wherever Tyler Norton is.
Hey, with all that being said, our list is dwindling. And our options are few. Because the list of defensive tackles, I mean, it was supposed to be a great defensive tackle class, a great defensive line class, and we down to the bare bottom scraps. As it's been reported, Justin BK is going to get franchise tag. Brian Burns is reportedly getting franchise tag. Even in the secondary, Ladarius Sneed is reportedly getting franchise tag.
But I never had him on the list anyway.
I mean, I did because we need another corner for sure.
No, not out of need. I'm saying in the sense of us spending that kind of money for him. I didn't think they were going to do it because I figured if you was going to go D-line, you wasn't going to turn around and do the same thing in the secondary. They're going to try to get some cheap labor.
Who's available?
But who's available? Some other players out there.
Okay, what position? What position?
Go down the list. We about to go down the list.
Okay. But the thing is, I think a lot of the people on this podcast right here. There's a few other ones. Swan's one of them too. That have I don't know what's the word you can say, kind of settled in on not trying to sign the biggest money free agents that you can find.
No, certain positions I have no problem with.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like at the defensive end, I know for me personally, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks, I started coming to realization these guys are going to get re-signed. There's no way these teams are going to let them guys go, especially when they upgraded the cap space for all the NFL teams.
Well, but that just came out.
But they already knew that. We didn't know it, but they
we knew it was going to go up. We knew it was going to go
up.
I
said the owners knew the amount that it was going to go up. So somebody asked D'Amico that question.
The thing about it is, you knew that was going to happen. So instead of setting your sights on shit you can't have, start looking for the shit that you can have and start understanding what could you do. What's the best move to make? And I think AD was probably one of the first dudes who brought up the guy Grover Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other guys that's in that parameter of player. And here's another big name. And I think this is one of the biggest names that nobody's talking about. God damn it.
Martez Rankins?
I ain't even talking about it. Rankins.
Sheldon Rankins.
Sheldon Rankins is a guy who I think is pretty valuable on our team, man. I went back and watched some highlights of this year, and every time you see a Will Anderson play, every time you see a Christian Harris play, Sheldon Rankins is right there beating the shit out of his man.
And that's a guy that we cannot afford to lose.
He's a guy I think we can lose. We should be able to lose. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Larry.
No, I think AD was going to go down the list. I was going to mention there's still some other guys out there that won't be franchised, like Danielle Hunter and Kinlaw. He's a much lower level player, but Kinlaw could add value to this team.
A guy that nobody's talking about and really ain't said nothing about, Leonard Williams. Is a player.
When he in Seattle? When he in Seattle?
Yeah, he was in Seattle.
Okay, yeah.
But
Leonard
he's
Williams don't
not
come
going
for
to
cheap.
cost us. He's not going to be cheap, but he's not going to be as expensive as some others. You know, like a Christian Wilkins is going to be $20+ million. And with that being said, I asked this question on the space the other day: will the Texans sign a $20 million player? And I think it's been confirmed through Aaron Wilson and all the other chatters. If they're not gonna pay Grenard $20 million, they're not gonna pay nobody $20 million a year.
I won't say they won't do it because of they won't pay Grenard, because Grenard to me is not on that level that he's a $20 million player. I think they just don't think they have to do it.
Oh, when I say it's a problem.
No. I'm not saying he's not a good player. What I'm saying is one doesn't have anything to do with the other to say, well, because they won't pay him, they won't pay another player. Because I give you an example. If Chris Jones was out there, I guarantee you they would pay to have him, because it's a that is a difference maker, dominant guy that you would have on your line, and it totally changes your whole defense.
So name me a guy on the defense side of the ball that would command $20 million a year.
Correct.
That's not franchise tag.
No, that's saying it's not, but it's had to do with Grenard. I was saying is because they won't pay Grenard doesn't mean they wouldn't pay a $20 million player. I just think they have a budget or value.
I'm agreeing with you right now. I'm making your point for you. I don't think there is a $20 million player on defense as of now who's not tagged or talking about re-signing or who's already re-signed to get $20 million.
Yeah, I agree with your point about the defense, because there are a couple of players on offense that I think potentially in the trade market or free agency where they would. Yes. Also, I want to point out, because I wanted to point this out earlier, and last week after Larry kind of lashed out at some of us on Twitter about the show, but hey man, everybody wants to be cheap, talking about Taylor Swift, he meant DeAndre Swift and all this. And I was ready to come back, clap back, and I was ready to hand out the money to Madubuike and Chris Jones, both of them, to make Washington, to do what Washington did to Kenyon Green, to do that to every team we face. But unfortunately, it looks like Baltimore and Kansas City are going to pay.
Why Kenyon got to take strays? That man over there.
Hey, I know damn well you're not on this podcast trying to defend Kenyon Green.
No,
I know damn well.
No, hold up. No, I just thought that was like, dang, hey, I want to treat him. That was a rookie. That come on now.
Because Washington has the best D-tackle duo in the league, and Chris Jones and Madubuike would trump that. But unfortunately, it looks like that's not in the cards. But I will say, until the ink is dry, it's a possibility.
Hey, Larry, quick question. You brought up Daniel Hunter. What is his projected salary cap per year?
I believe he had roughly 18 sacks or so. Let me see what Spot Rack says about him. Let's see. I'm seeing Davenport. I don't see Hunter.
Has he been producing lately, or is he become
this year? He did. I mean,
so he's projected at 20 million on Spot Track.
Yeah, he had 18 sacks, but they changed from a 4-3 to a 3-4 under Brian
Flores.
It's a scheme fit then.
Mm-hmm.
So how old is he?
But he's played most of his career.
He's like 29 or something.
Yeah.
So you can get him on a 3-year deal, huh?
Yeah.
He's a little guy.
Who, Danielle Hunter?
He played on a 1-year, $10 million base this year.
Yeah.
How old is he?
29. So he won't demand a 4 or 5 year deal. You can probably get it if you're gonna get $20 million for 3 years. That's not a bad investment.
But I'm not paying Danielle Hunter.
So
he only has 16 and a half.
So what y'all are saying is y'all not satisfied with Derek Barnett.
See, I would bring Derek Barnett back.
I like Derek Barnett.
Bring him back.
But
he's not your starter.
Look what Larry said.
But if you sign Derek Barnett back, that means you're gonna have to draft a better back.
You got called out, Mike.
Uh-huh.
All right,
I'm
let's
willing
go.
to spend big money to fill up the D line, as Mike was saying. If Bernard walks, if we can't figure out how to pay him something on an economical deal, I would invest in one of the DTs that come available, or bring back Rankins and add a vet like Kinlaw for a cheap Casario special.
So let me run down the list of players because we jumping around. Let me just run down the list of guys so we can all talk about it. I brought up Leonard Williams. We talked about Chris Jones possibly going back. Danielle Hunter, we just got talking about right now. Emmanuel Agba, the defensive end from Miami. Carl Lawson.
You might well skip over that one.
Skip over Davenport.
No,
we got DJ Reader.
DJ Reader is another one.
Injury prone.
He won't be ready.
One said go over Marcus Davenport. Yannick Ngakoue is another one.
Nah.
Grover Stewart, Chris, brought up earlier.
Yeah, I think
Fletcher Cox is another one. He's older. He's 33.
I would make a point about Grover Stewart.
Grover Stewart solid, but
go
not flashy.
Go ahead, Larry. I pause.
Stewart did have a suspension at the end of last year, so that's going to bring his value down. So that may help a team like Houston in negotiations if they want to bring him in.
Right.
Under 10 million. What is
it? What do you mean it's going to bring his value down?
Hold on. So he had a PD suspension,
right?
And 9 times out of 10 that knocks a little
negotiations.
Even if it's like $1 million or $2 million off of what you probably could have gotten. Not only you got the suspension under there, but you also have the missing stats behind it and the play on the field. So that is why
this is his first offense. I think is 4 games, and then if there's a second offense, it goes way up to like 10 games, 8 or 10 games. So that could be really detrimental to a free agent.
Hold on. DJ Walks, Mike G versus Larry main event coming up shortly on WCW Rundown. Shout out.
Rest in peace.
Shout out. Rest in peace, Virgil. Shout out to Just Fans Podcast, man. Y'all always supporting us, and we always support y'all, man. Keep it up as well. Y'all go check them out. They are interviewing incoming rookies that are going to the combine on a weekly basis. So y'all go check them out, especially those smaller school prospects. Good insight on the process. So shout out to them.
And King Flocka, Bryce Huff can be talked about after the 3rd or 4th wave of free agency.
Hey, y'all want to bring?
Are we saying Bryce Huff is 00? Or what's the other guy? or
Jacob Martin.
Jacob Martin.
Hey, we could bring Angelo Blackson back.
You know what I'm saying? I was somebody arguing me down talking about Jacob Martin got the fastest he's ever seen.
I'm just saying.
Swan, Angelo Blackson, Swan.
Let's leave him wherever he's
at. Yeah, Jacksonville.
Hold on, the name we ain't said yet, and I knew this name was gonna be brought up. Chase Young.
I was about to bring him up.
Yeah.
Are they good? Are the Niners gonna bring him back?
Let's talk about it.
You can't afford him.
Another name that's intriguing to me. He's older, but Danico Autry.
Yes,
is an interesting name. He's older, but he can play. Yeah, he can play. Jews want to bring up old decrepit ass Calais Campbell.
He's 73. Come on,
man, he's 39.
Damn,
and he's still productive.
Jews,
he's still productive.
Okay,
I'm not saying you sign to a big contract, but if he take a little money, good rotation.
Hey, how much would Clowney want to come back?
9 million.
We gonna get down to the contracts. Let's just name the players first, and then we can come back.
We'll put Clowney on the list.
Clowney's on there. Clowney's list. He's on the list. Derek Barnett.
Bring him back.
Yeah,
you can bring Clowney and Barnett back.
Absolutely.
Tim Settle is a name I've been calling for years.
Well, keep going.
Huh?
Is that that white dude?
No, Tim Settle, defensive tackle from Buffalo.
Oh, from Florida State.
From Buffalo.
Didn't he go to Florida State or something?
I'm not sure where he went to school.
Yeah, I mixed him up. Yeah, I like Tim Settle.
Then of course Larry brought up Javon Kinlaw. We talked about Christian Wilkins is another one. That could possibly be on that $20 million. You know, Hassan Ridgeway. Should we bring Hassan Ridgeway back?
Hell no.
1 game Ridgeway. Cleveland Farrell.
Top
pick, Cleveland Farrell. And then I'm looking at Yetur Gross Matos.
Yeah, you can't say his name. We don't
Carolina. No.
Linval Joseph, older defensive tackle, big body.
Ain't that who you wanted last year? C-Roll or a year before then?
Can we trade for Derek Brown? Can we trade for Derek Brown of Carolina?
Hey, it's one name that's really popular. It's a name that's popular in Houston. That's a free agent too. His name is Shaq Lawson. You know,
no more Lawsons.
Ain't that who we had the last time? Or what?
Yes, it is. It is. That's why.
What's the other nigga name?
Carl.
Yeah, all of them they can stay going.
I mean, it's a lot of lists of guys that I'm looking at. But Bruce Irvin is another, but he's older. He's an edge rusher, but he's older.
Ooh, Rasheem Green. Never heard of him before.
AJ Espinosa.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
AJ Espinosa. It's hard for me to pronounce that.
Oh, that's the one that went to Buffalo, right?
Yeah, he was highly rated coming out in the draft, and he got really just outshadowed by all that D-line talent Buffalo had. I think he can come in and be a part of a rotation on a vet minimal deal.
Yeah,
he's a bigger body. Yeah, he's a bigger body, probably in the mold of Derek Barnett. So if you miss out on Barnett, maybe you can bring in a guy like that
as a starter.
It's a rotation. Be a part of that rotation DeMeco likes to use. Because I'm not sure if we're going to get Dylan Horton back.
Oh Lord, Dylan. Hey, I'm not gonna say what I want to say because
please don't.
People,
let it go. Let it go. We're trying to go to heaven.
All right. You know, we've been talking D-line.
I was about to say something. We talking about going to heaven, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
We're talking mostly D-line. How about a couple of corners? We got Dane Jackson, and let's see who else.
Adoree Jackson,
Ronald Darby. Okay,
no. Hold on.
And Eli Apple. I know the memes about him being toast, but overall, he's actually a decent corner.
Hell no.
So y'all wouldn't take a shot on Kendall Fuller?
We might as well bring Julian Blackson. I mean, not Blackson. Blacklock. What was his first name?
Ross Blacklock.
Ross Blacklock. Y'all want to bring him back?
No, man, no.
Put him in rotation.
I do think this because we jumping from corner. We can go back to we can.
What about the other guy that played last year? I hear his name. Khalil
Davis.
Khalil Davis is on contract. He's not. Yeah, he's on the contract. He's not.
He's already on the contract. That's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
I got a safety for y'all. Stone.
Yeah, Geno Stone.
I got a corner for y'all.
Who?
Xavier Howard.
A realistic corner that I really want us to look at is.
That's not realistic.
No, he is, but you know,
not the way you cut Chris off. Realistic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like a realistic corner. Y'all don't mind
bad timing. No, but I do like I look. It was a lot of mixed feelings on Xavier Howard. People once a lot of people thought it would be great, and had the other half of Texas Twitter thought, oh, he washed, he ain't worth nothing. Then they started looking back at it and say, well, he may not be as bad as Steven Nelson and all this type of stuff. And you know, it's been a lot of wavering back and forth on Xavier Howard. But one person I don't think people are wavering on is Awuzie from Cincinnati, the cornerback from Cincinnati. I think he's 28, about to be 29 years old. And I think you can get him on similar contract that you got Steven Nelson on this past year.
$6 million.
Yeah, I think that's very doable, AD.
You know,
he had an up and down last couple years with Cincinnati after signing a good, real good free agent contract coming over from Dallas.
Yeah. So that is one person I'm really looking towards. Kenny Moore. I know we need a slot corner, which I want to take a flyer on Kenny Moore from Indy.
Yeah, I would take a look at him late in the process. But as far as nickel corners, I like the guy out of Las Vegas, Meek Robertson. He's a smaller, quick, fast. I think he went to Louisiana Tech. He brings some aggressiveness to the position, and hopefully he can cover crossing routes. Because I love Dez King as a box player and just a football player, but I don't think he has the wheels anymore to stay up with people crossing his face.
Personal flag. King. I'm sorry. I got flashbacks. I'm sorry.
Man, that was a bad call anyway. I'm still gonna say it was a bad call.
King got every game we got a personal flag.
Hey, hold on. Dre Day say what about Snead? Yeah, we talked about it earlier, Dre Day. Snead is possibly he's reportedly getting franchise tag.
So that's draft picks.
They can trade him, but I just feel like that takes the Texans out of the conversation.
I mean, I wouldn't be upset though if they do trade him, because I want as many good players from their team gone as possible.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, we looking at corners, but there's a safety that we can bring in that I think will really help the team. His name is Eric Murray.
I thought you were gonna say Jonathan Owens.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you something. While Kansas City is trying to keep Chris Jones, Justin Reed might be a cut casualty.
And Swan will light NRG on fire if we bring back Justin Reed. Swan, are you there?
What is the safety from Tampa's name?
Whitfield.
The one got tagged?
Yeah, he got tagged too? Yeah, it's reporting he's getting franchise tagged.
He just snatching all the good shit.
I told you they was dwindling. You thought it was a game.
We still have hope. There's only been 2 people officially tagged so far.
Yeah.
So
what about your guy? What about your guy from New York Giants? McKinley?
Yeah, that's the one I want to talk about. Xavier McKinney.
Did he get tagged?
No, he didn't get tagged. He's gonna be available. And right now they're talking about a 10 million, 10.4 is what his market value is.
DJ Waller got 2 good names, but one's gonna be really expensive.
You talking about Jalen Johnson?
Yep.
Is he fast enough in the back there? McKinney is.
Yeah, McKinney's a very good safety. Another one that's Darnell Savage is another one.
Yeah, Darnell Savage. Yeah.
I think you can, if we do something, kind of like the Jonathan Joseph. What's the other guy's name? Daniel Manning. That would be awesome if we could get 2 lower level guys who aren't going to be as expensive, but they're going to come in and produce at corner and safety. If you get a Savage at like $5 million a year, and you get one of them corners that we just talked about, like a Woozy or something like that instantly upgrades your secondary, that would be ridiculous. And a ridiculous improvement to the defense.
Some might even call it hellified.
Hellified.
Yeah.
I mean,
$5 million is kind of low, AD.
For who?
For a free agent safety with that caliber. Savage was a former first rounder. I don't think he coming that cheap.
Yeah.
Can we improve the linebacker core?
They don't have a market value for him, so I'm lowballing them.
I mean, what did Jesse Bates get? Bates got like 15 or 16.
Oh, he ain't getting that. He ain't getting that.
No, he can come in for more than half, though.
You talking about linebackers?
Yeah, I do think a 7 or 8 is more realistic though, or 9. You think it's more than that?
I'm thinking Savage because of his speed and his versatility. I'm thinking probably 10, probably just under what McKinney is able to get.
Right. I can see that. Tay Don say agree with that, but I still bring in 2 young options at both in the draft. Yeah. Well, I think we all have been in agreement. I think that's one thing that the Texans Twitter can come to an agreement on is that the Houston Texans should double dip in free agency and the draft. People are saying we want wide receiver. Well, people are saying let's get 1 in the draft, 1 in free agency. Running back, 1 in the draft, 1 in free agency. Corner, 1 in the draft, 1 in free agency. Safety, 1 in the draft, 1 in free agency. Linebacker, 1 in the draft, 1 in free agency. Every position. If we had 22 picks, we would be double dipping every position on the football field. But yes, we definitely agree that we should be double dipping at safety and corner.
Yo, check your comments.
I think linebackers being overlooked as an
Oh, I have it on my list too, but I think it's where you're picking that. I think all of them. So,
Jules, we're not getting Patrick Queen.
Can I get Devin White? Can I get somebody?
Oh no, he ain't all that. No, trust me, they won't let him go. He ain't it.
Let me say this, DJ, bro. We are not getting no Jamal Adams.
Hell no.
We're good on blitz, boy. We're good.
No,
as a linebacker, I might take him.
No,
we already got Jimmy Ward.
No.
Well, can we discuss Devin
Yeah,
White
Jimmy Ward played more than Jamal.
Hold on. Larry got something to say.
No, I just wanted to say it'd be good to have some dialogue about Devin White. I'm all for Devin White.
Oh no,
his value is down because he was benched and fell out of favor in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, because he was screwing up. He ain't. He's not that.
No, because he wanted money.
No, it wasn't. It's the way he's played. No, it's the way he's played.
Go ahead, Larry.
Well, I don't care what type of season he had. He still can be fixed. I would bring him in with D'Amico and do a prove it deal with him.
So, what does a prove it contract look like for Devin White?
In my eyes, it's like a base of 5 with incentives on playing time that can get to 10.
Because he played against us pretty well.
No,
I'm not giving Devin White more than 7.5.
I would even throw in 5 acres in East Texas to let him rodeo and cowboy as much as he wants.
We gave Christian Kirksey like $5-6 million.
Yeah, and we overpaid greatly.
We don't have that kind of coach anymore.
Devin White. No. Let me tell y'all why Devin White struggled in Tampa the last couple of years. Because he was expecting to get paid. And when they didn't pay him, he started slacking off because they had won that Super Bowl. After he won that Super Bowl and they felt like, hey, man, where's my payday? And they didn't pay him. He's like, fuck it. I ain't finna give y'all what I'm giving y'all. And he started slacking in play. The other guy stepped up once he stepped out for a game or two. And then he stepped in and they felt like they didn't need him. And they started keeping him out of games and not playing him as much because they know they didn't want to pay him.
Politics, but Chris, let me say this.
That's how the shit goes. That's what he wanted. That's why I had my eye on him from that day.
Nobody in Tampa saying that.
Hold on. Let me say this.
You can't. They are saying that.
No, they not.
Look, hold on. If you put politics,
you need to go read his version of what happened.
Hold on, Chris. Let me say this. One thing that will override politics in sports is if you are that dude,
but he already
I don't care. They can't keep bro.
Listen, if you go to the Super Bowl, man, and you know you was one of the key reasons to make it to the Super Bowl, you expect to get paid. And if everybody else gets paid and you don't, they pay Mike Evans, they paid all them other guys. When they didn't pay him, he got pissed off.
Okay, then his thing is, so you stop playing.
They ain't paid nobody.
So I'm just saying, the dude is a good middle linebacker, and I think he would be great.
Okay.
Yeah,
hold on. Did you say he is?
I like him.
Yeah, he's a great runner. He's so aggressive. Great. He's a great blitzer. He's a great run stopper. He's a great in pass coverage. And if you put him with D'Amico, and D'Amico can pull out of him what he pulled out of Totoa and Blake Cashman. Blake Cashman, I think you got something good. You know, and I really do. We need somebody with that type of mentality in the middle of the defense, brother.
Yeah, when he was in San Fran, some of the first moves they made was to go and draft Reuben Foster, and then they picked up Quan Alexander from in free agency, paid him big money. So they want to have that speedy linebacker as a part of the core to go along with Christian Harris. I would believe. I'd give it a shot.
And I need to go rewatch that game against Tampa Bay versus Houston because Devin White did make some plays against us.
He made some plays.
He made some plays, but it wasn't like he was balling.
Hold on, let me say this. I got two things. Hold on.
I got 3 or 4. Go ahead, AD.
Hold on. So,
yeah, I would take a chance. No,
Mike, you own one today.
No, they ain't franchise tagging him.
No, they ain't not franchise tagging no Al Shazier, man. Hey,
I like Al Shazier too.
I know y'all love Devin White.
Nobody say love. I think he can upgrade.
Chris, you just said he was great.
Yeah.
But look on the roster though. Look who.
So you have Harris.
That's all we have.
Hold on. Damn, I can't even finish my statement. I'm trying to get to the play I want to talk about.
I know who it is, and I was going to bring him up too.
Hey, Jordan Brooks.
Yes.
Jordan Brooks is the same age, and I feel like he's produced a lot more.
Watched Jordan Brooks.
Take boy.
Yeah, you never even watched him.
That's the point. The fact that you ain't watched him because he ain't got the name.
How you gonna
he ain't playing the Super Bowl.
He's just an alternative to Devin White.
Because Devin White has a name because he played in the Super Bowl. That's why. If Jordan Brooks played in the Super Bowl, I guarantee you would be talking about, man, that Jordan Brooks.
I don't mind Jordan Brooks. I like Jordan Brooks. I like Jordan Brooks too, brother. I'm just pulling.
I think he can be a nice value too. Also, Chris, we're not just going to speed past the fact that you brought up Kirko when we held a funeral after he got cut.
R.I.P.
Also, we could have had Deion Henley, but that's neither here nor there.
R.I.P. for Kirko.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, one in the free agency, 2 wide receivers in the draft, 1 running back in free agency, 2 running backs in the draft. Be greedy, man. That's the only way you can build a championship.
Killer Cal, good for pulling out the player stats.
Let's go, Cal. Let's go, Edwards.
Yeah. Nobody said he was a bad player.
Hold on. Let's go with the. Hold on. When was that All-Pro selection in Pro Bowl?
When Tom Brady was
show wasn't the last 2 years.
It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't the last 2 years.
It was the last 3 years.
Shit. So come on, like, look,
that's younger than what we had.
We can agree to disagree on Devin White because I'm not a fan.
But it's a name that it's a name that could happen.
It's a name.
A name. There you go. See, Jules started off with it's a name.
But it ain't the name above all names. But
you mean like Damon Pierce? Was it a name like Damon Pierce? That's the type of name.
If we're entertaining Frankie Louvo, we damn sure need to be entertaining Devin White.
Tell him again, Larry.
I knew it's a reason why we brought Larry on here, man. Larry, you're welcome any time of the day, man. Nights and weekends, whatever. Shit where you live, man.
Louvo, man. Frankie Louvo made. Look, in the words of Barry, Frankie Louvo made 1 play against the Texans, and he tipped that pass. And Frankie Louvo been on everybody's mind ever since.
He's just the funnest name in the world.
He wrecked us.
Yeah, he played a hell of a game against us.
We always sign everybody that wreck us.
Right.
Look, I don't want to fall into that damn what's his name? Running back Lamar Miller. I don't want Lamar Miller syndrome. Hey, what I will say, there's a linebacker that I think is gonna be pretty decent that has some ties to us is Mac Wilson. I'm saying as a low budget back.
You mean after the draft?
Yeah. He's not gonna get signed off top. He gonna later on.
What about the Missouri City kid, Kenneth Murray Jr.?
That's what I thought you were talking about at first. Why
I've
not
never
him?
been a
He a
fan.
tweener.
He's not really an inside backer though.
He a tweener.
But it's another one. It's another backer that's
Well, he's-
inside. Anthony Walker Jr. from Cleveland.
Formerly with Indy.
Did we
I
try
don't
to
think
sign that Mac kid already once?
I think so.
And then
He
he was
used to be
caught
with
at
the
the airport or
Patriots.
something. He bought a house.
Yeah, he was with the Patriots.
Oh, that's
But
right.
I just want to. I don't want too much time to go by without mentioning Devin White again.
Yeah, man. For real.
All right, thank you, Juice, for coming. All right, thank you.
In the spirit of rodeo season, Devin White.
He got horses. Know what I'm saying? He's
Put it on
perfect.
your mind, man. Devin
Oh,
White.
now he Lil Nas X. Okay, he got horses in the back. Okay.
You know what would be a good look? Devin White and Al Shaziz. Both will sign both of them. The linebacker group gets automatically better.
I'd rather Al Shazier.
You don't like Al Shazier?
I'd rather Al Shazier. I'm not in for Devin White.
You don't like? Why you don't like Devin White?
Swan, me and Swan.
Watched.
Truthfully, I mean, why you don't
No,
like?
seriously, I watched the Bucks.
Oh, you watched the Bucks,
right? And what is it? 3 of them that I listen to them critique him every damn week.
Oh, you. Never mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's some diehard.
It's no different than us if somebody came and tried to tell us about our team, because nobody watches our team the same way we watch our team.
Sure, makes sense.
I mean, we got to take heed to what people, what the fan base is saying, because some of that stuff was right.
It's okay, man. We'll just have.
They not saying he ass, but it's like,
So we got Henry Toto. That's fine. We don't got to draft nobody.
Man,
here's my thing is, why could I not trust
the draft and free agency are 2 different things, Jules?
No,
we got Toto, man. Don't worry about it. He gonna start. They don't want nobody.
No,
we got Toto. Don't worry about it.
But his thing is,
man,
why do we feel like
I bring back
D'Amico can fix Devin White, but he can't make the guy who he handpicked in the damn draft?
Look,
I'm just asking.
It's kind of like
you can't fix.
No. I'm saying
it's kind of like the Texas fans telling the Ravens, y'all need to leave Clowney alone. He ain't about shit. He's a failure. He's a bum. He's a bust. And then he goes there and he helps them, get to the playoffs.
Okay, but
playoffs.
He was part of it. But if you don't have the secondary that they have, you don't have the D line that you have, Connie wouldn't look the way he did. Because because if you go back to the previous year with the Browns,
that's a straw man argument. That's a straw man argument.
No, because the previous year he was
about Devin White. If Devin White comes here and he's got everything surrounding him, of course we're going to make him look good too. Same thing. It just depends on what he does when he gets there. Every player fits in different schemes differently. And
I get that. I didn't say he couldn't make him. He couldn't be better or play. Yeah. What I'm saying is, why do I trust? If you trust him to do it with Devin White, why you not gonna trust D'Amico with the guy that he handpicked?
Because the dude he picked was like a 5th round pick. It was like
but he believed in him enough that he
didn't believe in him. He's the best player available in the draft.
No, there were other positions that he could. Other players he could have taken.
Nobody else with Toto. Christian Harris and Toto. Let's go.
So y'all want to roll with Toto?
No.
We're gonna roll with Toto.
Hey, we being honest, folks had quit on Christian Harris, but we gonna pretend like those conversations wasn't happening last offseason.
We talking about 2 linebackers. I could really not.
I know. I'm just saying
I've been on this team, but
I just think you ought to take a chance on something, man. You go after somebody with aggression.
But look, I would take a chance on Devin White, but I'm not paying him $10, $11, $12 million.
No, outrageous money.
No, if he's talking about, like I said, the contract.
If you can get him in here and Aziz at the price that you was gonna pay Devin White at first, because at first Devin White was looking at $17-20 million when he first was coming up with a contract. That's how good he was. But then he had his little fallout with Tampa, and he lost some of his value. He did play poorly last year, but that helped him lose some of his value. That's a benefit for us.
You know who played well?
Just with
Spot Rec has him valued at 10.7.
I'm not paying Devin White $10 million. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can give him $9 million and make it look
I'm
like
not giving him 9.
Keep it going.
Stuck with Toto.
Hey man, know what? We're gonna run it back the same squad we got. We
Drop it
signed
down,
everybody
hey.
we got in this running back.
So Killer K, I want to bring up year 2 and year 3, but I'm talking. I said the last 2 years, he ain't done diddly squat.
Right.
Okay? Just run the whole squad back. Don't even worry about nobody.
You know, he been an average linebacker at best. That's what the hell we probably gonna do anyway, Jules.
Just run it back. We
gonna run
our
that
squad.
back.
We didn't do it last year.
To run it back.
We didn't do it last year.
So just run it back. We signed all 33 of our free agents and run it back.
Anyway.
Oh, Hewitt too.
Yeah, never Hewitt. We gotta have a special team ace. Hey,
yeah,
Reeves Maben.
Blake Craftsman, bring him back here.
To Detroit. Hold on, Jules. Reeves Maben left us and went to Detroit and got paid.
As special team,
back to Detroit.
As a special team, huh?
Right. Blake Craftsman comes back. Start restarting him.
Yeah, because he did come from Detroit. He went back.
Down back Steven Elson. Let's bring him back.
Well, according to Stingley, he say bring him back.
Robert Woods.
Bring back Robert Woods. We don't pay by Robert Woods.
I'm okay moving on from Robert Woods.
Let's take Noah Brown back.
Yeah, Robert Woods on the contract. We gotta bring him. He just say, hey man, we'll take your $5 million. Don't worry about cutting you.
No, what I'm saying is, I'd be good letting him go. I think you could upgrade there for sure.
Yeah, I don't think you'll find anybody to disagree on that one.
On who?
Robert Woods.
I'm good letting
him
go.
Robert Woods?
No. He served his purpose, his value.
He served his purpose.
No. Hold up.
That man got a family.
No. He started off well. He was a safety blanket from the beginning. He helped the wide receivers in the offense. I mean, so hey, you did your little part. Time to move on. You can't run it back like that again.
But I don't want to touch on the offense because that's
go down
the whole week.
Yeah.
We went down there 2 hours talking about offense.
I'm sorry, I had to step away. Did y'all talk about the safeties?
What's up, Mike?
We did.
Jules, you want to pay Jerry Hughes?
Pay Jerry Hughes, man. Fuck it, he from Houston. Pay his old ass some more money. Y'all want to move on about it. Y'all to make him coach everybody up.
Hey, it's a name that's a free agent that we ain't say that I think it's intriguing that he's a free agent. Bobby Wagner is a free agent.
No,
he still got some juice.
He got some juice. He a little older, but
okay.
You know, hey,
he gonna be out there looking like
for the 1 year.
He gonna be out there looking like Curtsy.
Better than Perriman for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
33.
Hold on, Swan. I know damn well you didn't get on this podcast again and say that you compared Bobby Wagner.
What you mean again? That's the first time I ever talked about the young man.
No. I said again that you got on this podcast saying some outlandish stuff. That you sit up here.
That's what we do, ain't we?
Hey,
that's
the brand, but
I'm just saying, y'all act like I'm the only one that
but no, that you gonna sit up here and compare Bobby Wagner to Christian damn Kirksey.
Now, watch he fall off when he come here. That's what usually happens.
Well, who the hell you want on the team?
Bobby Wagner is Ed Reed.
I'm gonna say, and I just like I said,
who do you want on your team, Swan?
What do you mean?
Tell me who you want. Say some positive shit.
On defense. Who you want on defense?
You say keep Bobby Wagner bum ass away. Really? Bobby Wagner is a bum ass? Damn.
He's just older. I mean,
he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
okay. So is that Reed?
Y'all niggas don't never need to get old.
So, what you mean? Negro, we all old.
No. I'm not talking to y'all because y'all are old. I'm talking about the ones in the comments. The non-old people.
I'm gonna say my knees tell me I'm old.
I'm talking about King Flocka and Dre Dad and them.
We talking about hold on. We talking about football years, okay?
Hey,
And Bobby Wagner got football years on him.
He got some dog years on him for real.
hey, but he still can play.
He's quite a bit younger than Calais Campbell.
Yeah, all right, Jules. Jules want to try goddamn Calais Campbell old ass out there, decrepit ass.
I'll live with two plays every series. As a D tackle, not linebacker, who got to keep running every goddamn play.
Hold on. Say it again, Cal. Cal, bring up the stats. He good with the stats. Come on, I'm about to start. You kill a Cal. You stack Cal tonight. He said he's 33 years old and had 183 tackles.
103, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Tackling
every play.
I'm about to say 183.
No, tell Killer Cal to put them readers on. Put them readers on. That 3 and that 8, you know.
Shit, I'm old.
He's still great in run blocking. Other than that, he ain't.
There's another old linebacker from Tampa that's coming out that people say was better than David White.
David?
Levante David?
Levante David. I think he's
older though.
Yeah,
he's older. His running mate.
Yeah, but he's still better. But he still played better than Devin White.
If y'all think Bobby Wagner old, shit, he older than Bobby Wagner.
Is Levante David older than?
Yeah, Levante David 34, about to be 35.
We need some vets in here.
Oh, now we need some vets. Oh.
We need some name vets.
Hold on, Cal.
We need coaches on the field.
Cal calling you out.
Coach on the field.
He said 183 combined. You need to read,
baby.
Oh shit! Y'all know Killer Cal. He let him on. He gonna be on here. We're gonna be here for another 2 hours.
Talking about Nico Collins. What we talking about?
Don't give me Devin White. Just
C-Roll and Tampa Bay linebackers is cash money.
Oh my god!
Shit. Yeah.
Man,
he telling y'all the truth.
Hey,
the truth, man.
But we need to get on here and wrap because we done touched all the positions. We done touched the defensive line.
All the positions.
Pause.
What we didn't touch on defense? What haven't we touched on defense?
On defense?
Because we touched the offense last week.
Well, we haven't touched on defense?
Yeah, what haven't we touched on defense?
We haven't touched on defense. What
Nickelbacks?
What haven't we touched on defense? Are you kidding?
You said you wanted somebody from Vegas.
Yeah, we just talked about the one.
Kenny Moore. We said Kenny Moore. We talked about Kenny Moore.
You remember
Trevor Thompson? You bring Kenny Moore on here? Kenny Moore's nice.
I would love Kenny Moore.
Mike.
What about Trevor Thomas?
Mike.
Man, hell no. Hell, motherfuckers was sitting up here talking about goddamn Tavia Thomas all off season. Oh, he legit better than goddamn Desmond King. Motherfucker couldn't cover, and King was better than him.
And
the
he got
whole
the speed.
preseason.
And that's the thing is, he got the speed.
But why can't motherfucker though?
So y'all just gonna kick King to the curb, bro.
I would bring King back. I would bring him back.
Mr. Personal Foul?
Hey, Dre, just go ahead and go ahead. You already like and subscribe to the podcast. Go ahead and watch the one from last week. It was a doozy.
Sure.
It was a doozy.
I don't need him.
Well, on the defense, so to recalibrate the defensive side.
Recalibrate.
No, sir. That's not what we're doing.
That's the mechanic term, man. For when your car get fucked up, and then they be under the shade tree and talking with that cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Hey,
I don't think he's wearing calibrate.
Thomas when 50-year-old Thielen was cooking him.
Looks like the only motherfucker that's available is Christian Wilkins.
On D tackles?
Look like all the real big time D tackles is going back.
Leonard Williams and Grover Stewart.
D. Griffin, where he is.
It looks like at D end. It sounds like to me at D end. You better motherfucking go ahead and sign Grenard back.
Oh
hell no.
Who else you gonna get?
No, see that's the whole thing. Is no.
Give me Hunter for 3 years.
Who else is you gonna get?
See, this is what it sounds like. Okay, you left that woman. You at the club. You and your boys. Oh yeah, it's gonna be on tonight. 159 hit. You looking around like shit. Fuck it. Let me just call this heifer back. Hey, baby, you know what you doing? Yeah. You know I'm gonna come through. No, there's a reason we let that go.
We all been there.
Don't circle back. They're X for a reason.
I never go backwards.
What's wrong? We all circle the wagon. Everybody.
What's wrong with circle that motherfucker? What's wrong with Danielle Hunter for 2 years?
You mean Danielle Hunter?
The nigga named I'm about to say his nigga named Danielle.
It's Danielle.
Okay.
I don't need no Danielle.
Danielle.
I know.
Yeah, I'd rather give me Danielle.
Christian Wilkins is only 28. Robert Stewart is
only 28. Shit, how old was he when he came out?
28 is fucking young.
No, I'm saying, hold on. The reason why I say 28 is old.
Contract.
Yeah, for his first
21.
He's on his 5th year deal.
Right, but I'm saying, like, how old was he when he came out?
Gotta be 23.
That's old. Shit, he was old.
22.
I think he returned. I think he returned for his senior year because they just missed the championship game the year before.
We young niggas was graduating over there.
Chris, wasn't you the one talking about Christian Wilkins was the one digging in people's assholes?
Yeah, you
It's time to go to bed.
Okay.
It's time to go.
And they also did the splits at the Super Bowl at the championship game too.
Hey, if there's a fumble and he down in that pile, he may recover that ball for you.
You recover more than balls.
Okay, pause. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Wrap this motherfucker.
So what I'm saying is, this was scared. This what scares me.
Scared money.
This what scares me. That you don't sign Grenard back. And you don't end up getting somebody to replace him that's worthy of replacing him. And either you go into the season lacking a pass rush and having to depend on your safeties and your cornerbacks too much, but then you turn it, or the other thing that scares me is going into the draft and praying to God that you can get Chop Robinson or you can get Darius Robinson. And you end up out without either one of those guys.
But you have other guys that are there.
And you still go into the draft. I mean, you still go into next year without an adequate pass rush. And that scares me because we're supposed to be trying to improve.
You can always get Clowney the day before the season starts.
You ain't like he ain't signing nowhere.
You just call that nigga up on hit him up on the phone, tell him come on through.
You can always get Clowney right at 11:59 before week 1.
Okay, I'm going on record. If Clowney come back, I will not be on this first podcast with Jules. Okay.
Oh man,
I will not.
Because I would come back. I would come back for Twitter.
Hold up, hold up. And when my phone rings, I'm not answering it, Jules. It's going straight to voicemail. Just let you know.
I would come back for Twitter for 24 hours just to say my boy back.
Jules,
my boy back.
Going straight to voicemail. I'm just gonna tell you.
Hey, you sure that's how you spell mercenary?
No.
Yes.
Are you sure that's how you spell Clowney?
Read. Learn how to spell.
Is that how you spell ears? I better check your word. You spelled one word right.
My bad, Cal, man. Come on.
Say, man, what is that? What is that? That's that Northside education.
Swan. Come on, Swan. You're not about to do that. Y'all gonna leave that Northside education.
Hey, hold on. Mr. Larry, you got anything you want to say before we close? I think I know our special guest that came up on the show for us and
any other names you wanted to bring up that we didn't bring up?
Thank y'all, man. Thanks for the invite. This has been fun. Speaking of education, Nick Caserio did drop one on us in his conference today. He said optionality. I didn't know that was a word. And my interpretation that from his word salad was maybe he want to have an option to do free agency in the draft, like Chris said. You want to get a back in the free agent and a back in the draft. Or maybe that means he wants multiple free agents at the same position. Maybe he's going to bring in Clowney, Derek Barnett, and another DN
Correct.
to have multiple options. Or maybe that just means contract flexibility, like AD calls it a 1+2 or 1+1. So let's be on the lookout for Caserio and his optionality.
That's a real word.
She just Googled the word and shit.
Damn right I had to.
Just because
I ain't got no shame.
Just because Nick said don't mean it's gonna be
one who has options, realistic options.
Hey,
that's some good stuff, Larry.
Larry, was he waving his hands when he was talking about the options? Was he doing all that?
No, but he was wearing a vest.
He was giddy today. He was real giddy today.
Because his job is safe. That's why.
His job was safe before then.
Because a couple years ago,
okay. Well, hell, he didn't have a coach back then.
He was just proud of what he did last year.
Yeah,
that's what that was. He's proud of the draft he did last year.
Be.
He said,
I got money. Hey, if you shoot 103, you bound to get one.
Yeah.
If I have to bring in any players that we haven't talked about today, one would be Kilo Witherspoon at cornerback. Couple of cornerbacks in the draft, Kyrie Jackson and Max Melton. So Mike G, be on the lookout for some nickel fast defensive backs.
Absolutely.
Oh, y'all know it's coming up. Y'all know since the combine is this week, y'all know next week is all about the draft. That's when we start the draft. See, I told y'all we wasn't gonna deep dive into the draft until March. And it's March 1st on Friday. We will do our deep dive next week into the draft. It is mock draft season for the H-Town Rundown. Okay,
I've been
so
doing
y'all be
mine.
prepared. I saw you. I saw you.
Did Mike go to the Reese's All-Star game this year?
No, we didn't.
No, we'll all be there next year though.
He was at the Foodorama Bowl. We see your ass at the other bowl, man.
But
got a question.
Go ahead, Swan.
It's not related to the draft. It's related to our, GOAT Hall of Fame wide receiver. Who's all planning to go to Canton? All right. Okay, Larry.
Yeah, I got me reservations out there in Canton, man. We got to go represent for the first one in from the Texans.
Mm-hmm. That's too.
So,
that's
so
too
are you staying in Canton? Or are you staying outside and then driving?
No, I was able to book rooms in Canton, but I travel up there for work, and greater Cleveland area has lots of options.
Okay.
It's only a 2-hour drive from Pittsburgh if you want to. Pittsburgh is a better city in my opinion for tourists, but
I'm not trying. I ain't trying.
Cleveland has got plenty of options there.
Pittsburgh is
a ride for.
Oh no! I'm flying. I'd have to fly.
Okay.
No, trust me. Anything more than 5 hours, really. I mean, I struggle with 1 hour, but I could do 4-hour drive if it's straight. But New Orleans is the furthest I'm driving. After that, no, I gotta fly.
Hey,
I ain't even driving to New Orleans. I'm flying.
I'm saying that I've done it, and that's the furthest. But anything beyond that, I need to fly.
What you got, Jules?
Before we leave, I want to shout out the HBCU Legacy Bowl. If you watched it, was some real good talent. There might be some fourth and fifth round picks come out that draft of that bowl.
It's a safety in there. It's a safety from Jackson State, I think.
I DVR this. I haven't saved. I just hadn't watched it. I'm saving it because these past 2 weeks been hard on me on Sundays. No football. I've been going through the shakes, and then I gave up alcohol for Lent. So
that's why you got shakes. Nothing do with football.
I woke up and didn't know what to do with myself. I'm like, man,
just couldn't drink again.
No,
you better get you some mocktails.
No. I'm through it now. I'm saying as far as my routine, you wake up, you start drinking, you watching pregame, you know, Twitter, you're doing all that, your game pregame. It's like there's no pregame.
Ain't no Sunday morning spaces. Ain't no.
Yeah. So it's like So this Sunday I slept in for real.
I got 5 minutes over the bed.
Bye.
Let me say this, man.
You know,
I appreciate. I want to shout out everybody in the comments. Killer Cal, Dre Day, King Flocka, Jacoby, Brandon. Who else was in there? DJ Waller. You know, Tay Dime. Just fans, Aaron Stafford. T Real, y'all know him. You know better as Tony Snow. Chris Austin, you know as well. Appreciate Coach Dante. Shout out to him. I host on the basketball side. Lackville 89. You know, everybody, our regulars. I say our regulars.
Magnificent Merker.
That come in on the regular. Justin Churchill as well. So appreciate y'all, man, for coming in, showing up, supporting the H-Town Rundown. Please go down. If y'all watching this, like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Y'all go and watch the basketball podcast as well, because we are, the H-Town Rundown, are giving away 2 free tickets to the Houston Rockets versus the LA Clippers on March the 6th.
Damn, I was gonna go watch it. Thought you was gonna say LA Lakers.
What? How much, AD?
Huh? For free 99. Free 99. Free 99. Y'all go ahead and y'all follow the rules, like, share, and subscribe. Y'all go ahead and comment under those podcasts. Watch the podcast, comment, like the podcast, share it in the DMs of the H-Town Rundown on Instagram or Twitter or X, if you want to call it that. And, you know, we will pick a winner on the 4th of March. On the 4th of March, we will pick a winner and announce the winner as well. So y'all be prepared and get your free tickets.
Yeah, better watch, because Jalen Green's last couple games is going to be rocking jersey this year.
Maybe your last time, maybe your last opportunity to see Jalen Green live.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, quick question, man. Since we were talking about the combine, when are they running the 40s? When are they scheduled to run?
Tomorrow. Yeah. So tomorrow the defensive line.
Okay.
Is it O-line as well?
O-line, D-line.
O-line's with tight ends.
Okay, so it's
linebackers, defensive ends, tackles, O-linemen, running backs. Well,
right.
When the wide receivers
are with the quarterback, so they are
like Friday.
Y'all know I plan on drafting 2 wide receivers and 2 running backs, right?
No, you want to draft 4 running backs and 16 receivers.
No. We ain't got that many goddamn picks, Jules.
Hey, all in all, look, I appreciate everybody on the podcast. I appreciate my co-hosts, Jules, Mike G, C. Raw, and of course our special guests, Auntie Swan and Larry, Doc Payton. Appreciate all y'all for coming in and supporting us and making this entertaining as always episode. We will be back next week, like I said before. It is mock draft season. We will be doing our weekly. We'll be talking about the combine and the draft prospects. We will be doing our first live mock draft.
Watch the combine.
So
we can talk about it.
Everybody tune in, please, and watch the combine. But yeah, man, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, man. Get us where we need to get to. But once again, it's been another episode of H-Town Rundown. This is your boy AD, and we'll see y'all on the next episode, man. Peace.
Out.